Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. My name is Brando Linick. It's nice to see you. And in this video, this conversation, I'm going to be pretty short, but I'm also going to share with you some information on how to actually start an event planning business with no money. And when I say no money, I'm not talking to those of you who don't have a job. I'm not talking to those of you who are literally dead broke, you're poor. I'm talking to those of you who are just getting by. You have a full-time job, a lot of bills, a lot of things you got to pay for. Maybe you're in debt, you have a line of credit, but it's just everything's not going well for you. You just want that time freedom leverage back. That is who this video is for. Now the reason being is because there's two things I'm going to share with you in this video. I'm going to share with you my personal experience, and I'm actually going to cover this question because when it comes to starting an event planning business with no money, I'm just telling you, if you don't have money to invest in any business out there, you're going to make no money, all right? Or it's going to take you a very, very, very long time, and you're going to have a lot of pain going through it, okay? Every business owner I know who's made a successful, consistent income, all right? Not this, oh, I made money this month, and it was like a gambling thing where they made lots of money, and then they became broke and poor the next, 3 years, 4 years, and then they had to go get a job. I'm talking about people who make consistent incomes in businesses for 5, 10, 15 years, all right? Every single one of them, they've invested money into starting it. So that said though, starting a business with a shoestring budget or just a really tight budget, when it comes to this, you want to leverage as much as possible, meaning you do not want to reinvent the wheel. And I'm going to share with you an idea here. This is only an idea that I want to share with you. You can take it, you can leave it, but it can work. I've seen people who have applied it, but starting an event planning business, what you can do is you can partner up with actual venues, okay? Going to event venues, and you don't have to ask me, how do you actually go to event venues? What do you have to say specifically? All right, guys, be creative. You're an entrepreneur, all right? You're a business owner. Be creative. Go to venue owners and be a third-party source for them. What do I mean by that? Whenever those venues, whether it be a concert hall, a church, all right, whether it be a nightclub, okay, a bar, a pub that has an open venue for itself, all right, whatever it is, these are just some ideas. Go to the owners, go to the managers, schedule a meeting with them, sit down and talk with them and share your ideas with them, all right? And now what you can do is, because most of the time whenever those places are called, okay, because they do get calls for birthday parties, and they get called for weddings and after wedding parties, a lot of the times they have to outsource event planners. That's just the way it goes, because they don't have on staff a personal planner to do all the scheduling. It's usually the manager that has to do that, and the manager doesn't have a clue, all right? And they usually don't like to take on that workload. So if you can offer a low-cost price that your competition can't offer, because you can just check out your competition in your local area, then what you can do is minimize your cost to get your foot through that door, all right? And that way, whenever there's a call and someone's wanting to throw a wedding at that church, okay, that you've built a relationship with that priest, okay, or the owners of that church, then what happens is, because most people plan their wedding a year in advance or half a year in advance, that pastor will call you up and say, hey, I have a wedding, inquiry, someone wants to do a wedding here, and I'm going to share your name with them. So that pastor will then give your name to the person that's wanting to have their wedding there, and they'll say, hey, I know George, he's an event planner, I work with him. Would you guys be open to maybe him, consulting with you some services? He does a really good job, and he keeps things at low cost, less than the competition. Well, most of the time, because it's a wedding and it's already expensive, they're going to want to see your services, all right? So you get your foot through that door, and then what happens is, how is this a win-win, and why would a business owner want to do this with you? Well, you split the profits, or you keep 75% of the money that you make from the event that you plan, and then they keep the additional, 25%. Okay, or it could be 50-50 on the fly, all right? Whatever you want to work out, whatever deal you orchestrate is going to be up to you, all right? But that way, you don't have to have really that much money. You have to have money to go travel to these event venues, to build relationships with people. That's about it, just the commute to do meetings with people. But other than that, the only money you're going to need is just a business license and register your business, which could be a couple $100s to a couple $1,000 depending on the state and province that you live in. So I hope that helps you out, guys. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions on that, comment below. But if you guys can help anybody, give any tips or ideas that you've had on this personally, add them down below. If it's not spam, at least add them down below. I'd love to hear them. But that said, I'm going to share with you guys a little idea and insight here. If you literally are just looking at this, and I'm speaking to those of you who are looking at starting an event planning business because you want to be an entrepreneur, quit your job, create extra income, supplement your income, and you're tight on a budget. Maybe you're working full-time. I'm speaking to that single mom who's got kids. I'm speaking to that single parent who's frustrated with life, who's really wanting to get by but not getting by. All right, not getting by enough. That is who I'm speaking to right now. If you want more time, freedom, leverage in your life, all right, or if you're just single and you're just wanting to finally break through and quit your job, the best tip I'll give you, all right, in addition to this video, is learn to build a business online, all right? Learn to build a business through the internet, marketing yourself online. That way you can get people coming to you in endless amounts instead of going out and chasing them down. Learn to build a business online, because if you're on a shoestring budget, you don't need supplies, equipment, employees. You don't need to go out and travel and do meetings with people. Instead of doing meetings with people in your community, you can learn to get people in different states, provinces, and countries coming to you. All right, they can come to you. All right, it's very powerful, and it just elevates yourself a little bit more above the competition. So that's my tip. That's my overview. It wasn't until I transitioned from traditional business to internet-based business going back about 2 years ago that I was able to go from literally zero to save up enough money to quit my job and then create a full-time income business working part-time in 3 months, not average, not typical results, but I was able to do that transitioning over to an online business without talking to friends and family, without doing meetings, without doing three-way calls, without doing door-to-door, annoying neighbors type of sales, all right, without doing any of that stuff, learning to get people to me. And you can do that too if you're really wanting to build a business, have a life at the same time, have leverage, have time freedom, spend more time with your family, travel more, all right, whatever your passion and hobby is. If you want to learn to build a business around that through the internet, connect with me on my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. The link will be down below. This is just addition to this video if you want to check it out and you're serious. I'll see you on the other side. If not, I hope this information helped you, and I'll see you guys on the beach of the world. Take care.